So after years of shooting with just about every camera system out there, with the exception of Hasselblad, I really do feel like the Lumix GH5 might just be the perfect, if not ultimate, starter camera, as I've said in many other videos. But it could very well just be the closest thing to the perfect camera that I've found. Now, let me differentiate between hybrid photo and video camera. This is primarily a video camera. Now, I've revisited this little trip down memory lane by repurchasing a GH5 here in 2025, not as a hybrid camera, not for my photography work, but strictly just for video. And as I've spent some time with it now over the last few days, it's exactly as I remember it, and I'm just as happy now as I ever was, if not maybe even more. Now, I did just sell off two Canon C200s, and I do plan to possibly pick up a GH6 to complement this. I don't want to go with a GH7. That's too pricey for what my plan is, because I'm also picking up a Fujifilm X-H2 or 2S to replace my Fujifilm X-H1 that I recently sold. And the GH5 has just reminded me of how close to perfect, and I use that word subjectively to my needs and my uses, how close to perfect simplicity can actually get you. There's one missing element to the GH5 that bothers the crap out of me. And that is just the simple fact that there is no front-facing tally light. And it's a stupid little thing because depending on the monitor, this is an Atomos Shinobi 2. You can have the recorded outline box. You can have, a signal to your monitor that shows your recording. And I do, because when you're recording on the GH5, it does show a tiny little red dot on your onboard screen, which can transfer over to your monitor. So you see that tiny little red dot. But I loved shooting in studio with the C200s and the fact that they had this tally light that was right there. You knew you were recording. There was no question about it. You didn't have to second guess yourself. And I really do wish that back in 2017, a tiny little tally light on here. I mean, we've got that little light right there. That could have doubled as a tally light. I'm sure they could have figured that out or found a way to throw in another little red tally light right here. That would have been awesome. Now, that may just be a tiny little gripe of the GH5, but in 2025, I guess that's kind of one of those things that I became a little spoiled by and accustomed to. But again, as a handheld, beautiful, image stabilized with even IS lock, this little rig with the XLR1 is so awesome. And this is being filmed with a Sigma FP, little TTartisans manual focus only lens. And that would normally be one of my main run and gun cameras. But why not take the GH5 out now? Because with the GH5 and its battery life and the fact that I can just record right to a memory card without needing my SSD for the Sigma, without blowing through batteries like the Sigma does, without needing to then use an NPF or V-mount sled with the Sigma, this I can take out. I take this GH5 out just like this. I've got a little SLR Magic lens on here, and I love the SLR Magic lenses, especially for the cost. You're getting a great optical quality, and everything here is perfectly suitable for everything I need. I'm also actually a huge fan of the Atomos Shinobi 2. I know a lot of people hate on it for many different reasons. We won't get into that here, but I love the Atomos Shinobi 2. I love the features that it offers, even on an older camera like this, like the GH5. But dang, Lumix, I wish you put a tally light on the GH5. That's it. That's my little gripe for today. I told you guys I was gonna throw up a ton of videos on the GH5, and I kinda just wanna make them like this, kind of a shorter length, pro con here and there. And this is my first con, no tally light on the GH5. All right, friends, this is the Growing Pro, where we hope that our experience and all the things we've learned over the years will help you to circumvent the process to get to where you're going faster to become a paid pro. All right, I'll catch you next video.